What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to another Dungeon Defenders 2 Hero Spotlight. Now today we're going to take a look at the Unholy Jackpot tank, which is of course on the Squire. We're going to be focusing primarily on using that Unholy Fire for the block on the sword. Actually, we're going to be using that 100%. There is no primarily. So to make the most out of our Unholy Fire, we want to, of course, make sure that we jack up our ability power, as blocking unleashes a flame, dealing up to 600% ability power, magical fire damage twice per second. I think 600% is the perfect roll. So basically, on every piece of gear, you want to make sure you have ability power. Now, I wasn't able to do that. I've got a mixed and match set, but I'm still able to make it quite effective with the set I have. If you had the absolute perfect spec and perfect stats on all your pieces, you would have an ability power, hero health, and jackpot on every piece. I don't have that. However, still making it happen. As you see, of course, I've got a 15% jackpot on my Unholy Fire sword, 15% on the shield. On the head, I've only got 13%, but I do have hero health. Couldn't quite get the ability power on that one. On the chest, 13%, with some ability power and hero damage. Now, I rarely swing this sword, so hero damage really means nothing to me. Ability power on those boots. Now, as you see, no jackpot on the boots. I've actually got a 15% jackpot pair of boots, but it's got defense power on it, so I don't use it very often. The gloves, some Lobby gloves. You see they're only item power 628, but 15% jackpot and hero health. And then, of course, ability power and hero damage on the ring. Now, like I said, ideally you would have ability power and hero health on every piece. That, of course, isn't realistic. And I haven't made the jump yet, but I debated on switching this Dragolich over to hero health instead of hero damage, specifically for this spec. However, I haven't quite made the jump yet. So when you're speccing into it, of course, like I said, ability power and hero health. That's the only two things we're concerned with. We're going to max out the ability power, leave the other 180 that's left in hero health, and that's going to get you a nice little bit of health just with that, even with no hero health on your gear. So as you see, just my regular spray here is going to do, what, around 35,000-ish? Looks like it's getting spikes up to like 39,000. And then when I pop old Dragolich, that should get me up into the 90s and eventually over into 100,000 damage per second. So not very impressive as far as the DPS output. However, on that same note, not completely terrible either for something that can spray down an entire lane like that. The main thing that this particular spec adds is, first off, just the kills that you receive off of the Unholy Fire popping so often is going to proc that gold sphere pretty frequently. Now, not as frequently as if you're doing a full gold farm, but frequently enough where you're collecting several thousand extra gold per every run, which helps out substantially. Now, of course, to get that to happen, we need to use our gold spheres, the hero gold bonus sphere and the gold bonus sphere. Now, you can swap that gold bonus sphere 3 out for run speed, and that makes things a little bit easier to get around the map. And sadly, we don't have much to throw into. In fact, that's kind of wasted there. Let me just go a little bit more crit there. The crit scales very poorly, so we're not super concerned with crit chance. However, for the small spheres, we're just going to go hero health and crit chance. The 2 gold medium spheres, and then here's the kicker. In the large, you want the Fight Me Not sphere. Defenses deal 135% damage to enemies targeting the Squire. That means any enemy targeting you is essentially getting a mini Dragolich buff. Makes everything hit very, very hard. Now, of course, one of the other passives on that Sword of Unholy Fire is Annoyance. Taunts nearby enemies every 2 seconds for a 3-second taunt. So basically everything in the area, in the little red glow, I don't know if you can see it on the screen here, but you guys know what I'm talking about when you equip the sword. Everything in that area is going to get auto-taunted every 2 seconds. So that pretty much means everything in the lane that you are defending is going to be targeting you, and in turn getting hit 35% harder. by all of your defenses, which is pretty OP. We'll see it here in action for a bit. And then, of course, when you pop Dragolich on top of the already 35% additional damage, bosses just get completely vaporized by your defenses in just seconds, which makes it kind of nice. And then the other benefit of this, of course, is it's a kind of a dual use character. So all you have to do is unequip that pet, and then you're ready to go auto gold farm mode without any gear changes, any spec changes, anything. You can just hop right in, start farming gold, and being extremely effective. So that was it for now, and that is a quick look at the Unholy Jackpot Tank. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Get yourself an Unholy Jackpot Tank. It adds a little bit of extra fun to the game when if you're like me and you've been spamming ranged DPS characters for the last year. So definitely fun to get in the mix. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.